Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss a very simple puzzle, and uh, these kind of puzzles are either asked in the beginning of the interview to kind of uh, treat them as an icebreaker to make you comfortable. So once you solve an easier puzzle, you are much more ready to go into complex problems or cases and whatnot. And sometimes these type of questions are asked at the end of the interview. So when the interviewer has completed uh, the whole interview and like they are done with the grilling, so they just throw some questions at you to kind of see how you are still reacting. Are you tired or whatnot? The peculiarity of these type of puzzles are so like if you solve it, it is not going to guarantee that you are selected. But if you don't solve it, it is going to create a very bad impression on the interviewer. So make sure, no matter whether the puzzle is easy or difficult, you have to always be attentive and approach it in a way that you want to find the most simple and most logical answer to that question. Okay, and most of the time that does the work. Okay, so let's start with the problem. Statement here is that there are 8 identical boxes as shown on the screen, and so these are identical in terms of weight, size, color, and everything, both in the appearance as well as the inner value, if you will. And one of the boxes here is defective, and that is it is lighter than the other boxes. Okay, and now you have to find the defective box in the least number of steps. Okay, so you can pause the video here, try to find it out, and you can again go through the video at later point and see if your answer matches a better answer than what I'm going to present. Okay, cool. So let's start the approach. So first of all, if so let's say I'll not directly go into the right approach. Let's say if I'm seeing this problem for the first time. So first of all, what I think is, okay, let's just separate in half and half and see where the uh, defective piece lies. So for example, if let's say this is defective, so if I split them half and half and see this defective, know whether it is here or here. So again, I'll split in half. Again, I'll know that it is either this side or this side, and again, half. So 3 steps, right? But of course, if the interviewer has asked this question and it is so clear that in 3 steps you can find it out, so there must be some tricky situation here. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm write this in a group of three. Okay, so first group, second group, and third group. So let's call it A. Let's call this B, and let's call this C. Okay, and let's number them as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now, for in the first step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh these two groups. Okay, and now you have to pay attention, like what is going to happen. So there can be two scenarios, right? Either they are equal, these two groups, or they are unequal, right? So if they are equal, so what is going to happen if these three are equal in weight to these three? Then simply we can say that the defective piece is not here. So one step gone. In the next step, we'll just weigh these two. Whichever is of lower weight is the defective piece. Okay. So basically, we took one step, and in two step we got the answer. Okay. Now this is scenario one where these two groups are equal in weight. Basically, when the defective piece lies in the smaller group. But it can be other way around as well. right? That the defective piece lies either here or here. Okay. So when we weigh these two and these two are not equal, so one of these will have lesser weight. And since both of the group have three boxes and the boxes are supposed to be identical, and if there is a defect, so basically whatever goes for one group goes for second group as well. So let's say the defective piece lies here. So basically this group was lighter and this group was heavier. So of course defective piece is lying here. Now again we have one, two, and so we'll take these two boxes again and weigh it out. Okay. Now there will be again two situations. One is when they are equal. If these two boxes are equal and we know that the difference here, this simply tells us about and not of. So if you count steps here, how many steps did we take? First step we took, and then we found out that these two groups are not equal. So this was step one. Now once we found out that the defective piece lies here, we just weighed one and two, and from weighing one and two we got two situations. First was whether it was when it was equal, then three was defective, which again gives us like answer in two steps. And if these two are unequal, then clearly the one which has lesser weight is defective. Again, answer in two steps. So the correct answer here is 2. 2 is the least number of steps in which you can derive the answer here. Okay. So see how simple it was, but still, like if somebody uh, asked me this question out of nowhere, I am bound to think like that. That let's divide it in half and then half and then, and that is correct. But again, here the question is about the least number of ways, the least number of steps you require. So of course, there is some hidden challenge here. Okay. So hope you liked this question and okay. So this question is done, but I just wanted to kind of share with you guys one more thing which I came across while reading a book today, and very interesting thing. And I love reading books. So any book enthusiast, if you have any recommendations in non-fiction business related books, so please share in comments, and I'll be happy to kind of go through, and will be thankful to you to help me get these awesome books that you have read in the past. Cool. So I was reading this book by Gautam Baid, The Joy of Compounding, and it is one of the very popular books. And somehow I never got time to read this book, and I am just hoping that I am able to read through this book this time, because time is always an issue. So I came across an interesting concept. So what Gautam Bay says is, so he draws this graph of results. I'm not going to write it fully because I'm definitely struggling here. But let me. Cool. So result and time. So what he says is, if you are getting 1% worse every year, okay, and this is your starting point. So if you're getting 1% worse every year, so basically, let's say you get 1% worse tomorrow, so it will be 0.99 of where you are, right? And if you compound it for a year based on daily compounding, so 365. So your graph would look like something like this. So this is where you are today. And if you are doing worse, 1% worse every day for next 1 year, it's going to look like this. Okay. Of course, I know since you are watching this video, you are trying to learn something new. None of okay, so that's clearly out of the picture. If we just focus on getting 1% better, and of course it is intangible, you cannot say that I completed these many tasks and I'm 1% better. Of course, from the idea perspective, he says 1% your graph is going to look like this. And if you see from mathematical point of view, again, like if you get 1% better tomorrow, you will be 1.01 of today, and then raise it to the power of 365. I hope I'm able to write 365. Yeah. So you will land around 37 point something. Okay. So you will be 37 times better. That's what he suggests. Now, I know that it is a theoretical idea, and of course, you are not going to have an incremental growth every day, and that is totally fine. That is exactly what happens with every one of us, right? Some days are good, some days are bad, some days we just don't want to do anything. But even if you are able to, let's say, follow this trajectory where you are stable, not growing that much, and then one step, and then again not growing that much, but one step, again not growing that much, but one step, one step, one step, one step. So, what I'm trying to say here is your growth is culmination of all the small steps you are going to take, right? And the way compounding works is first is, of course, if you are able to compound anything on a daily basis, it is going to grow extravagantly. But at the same time, if you take smaller steps, although at a interval of time within a short duration, it is going to give you a marvelous result over time. Okay, so just think about it, and this goes in all aspects of life, be it your physical health, mental health, or any new skill you're trying to acquire, or so I would mostly speak from a business context. So in business context, if you're trying to read through something new, if you're trying to analyze one more stock, if you're trying to uh, read through one more concept, if you're trying to read through one more financial ratio in depth, your knowledge is going to compound over time. And next time you sit on a meeting with your seniors, or like if you're a management consultant, if you are sitting with the CXOs, you will observe yourself how you have grown in terms of knowledge, and how whatever you speak changes over time. So just from factual to ideas to visions. So we all have to go through that journey, and hope um, you're able to get on the path as well. I'm trying my best to get on the path, and still struggle many times, but yeah, that's life. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll meet you guys in next video. Maybe share in comments uh, what else you would like to see on this channel. So I have got some time for next 1 month, and I'll try to come up with more videos in this next 1 month. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.